airflow.
Before the foundation is dug, permission is sought from the land. Flowers, rice, and coins symbolize harmony, prosperity, and a favorable beginning.
The offerings are placed into the earth and carefully sealed. The first stone rests here, marking the beginning of the foundation.
The red earth and turmeric mark the stone. A promise is made to build with the right orientation, true ritual, and lasting strength.
Foundation work begins. The trench must be straight, evenly deep, and clean to carry the load of thick walls. A steady rhythm keeps the trench straight and even. A precise foundation saves countless corrections later. The load-bearing stone layer comes first. Each gap is packed tight so the stones will not shift as the walls rise.
Fired clay bricks are brought directly to the trench. Each stack is placed by section, allowing the build to continue without breaking rhythm. Bricks must be aligned and level. This step locks the foundation's shape, determining the square geometry of the entire house.
Lime mortar is the traditional binder. Every joint must be fully packed so the foundation locks together without voids.
The foundation loop is closed. Each brick is pressed tight, forming a stable frame with true edges and precise corners.
The inner courtyard is the heart of an Indian home. It is kept open from the foundation so wind and daylight can move freely.
The ground is compacted to prevent settling. Even, consistent tamping ensures a durable floor with fewer future cracks.
Drainage is installed early. Rainwater must flow outward down the slope, never returning toward the foundation. The foundation is aligned and the layout is correct. Now the work can move forward to raising the walls and the structural frame.
The walls begin to rise. Bricks are placed in rhythm, mortar is applied with restraint, and clean joints keep the wall both strong and refined. The frame of the house takes shape. Outer walls define the form, while inner partitions rise in parallel to preserve the layout from the very beginning.
Thick walls resist heat, but only if the thickness is consistent. Checking during construction prevents costly corrections later.
Small windows keep the house cool. A wooden form holds the shape, allowing a precise opening for a future jali fit.
Jali defines Indian architecture. When installed correctly, it allows airflow while casting beautiful patterned shadows.
Even a slight misalignment can catch vibration and distort the pattern. Each jali panel is locked firmly in place on site.
Columns and beams form the backbone of the roof. Columns must be straight, beams must be locked tight so the frame stays square and strong.
The prayer room faces the northeast. This space is built with extra care and kept clean.
The kitchen sits in the southeast, the zone of fire. The platform and ventilation are prepared in advance.
The main bedroom faces the southwest for stability. Thicker walls and fewer openings keep the space quiet, cool, and calm.
The deep veranda is a signature of Indian homes. It casts shade, reduces heat, and gives the facade a layered sense of depth.
Air from the waterfall must pass through the house. Ventilation is adjusted now, while the walls can still be corrected with ease.
The entrance steps are set firm and even. A well-aligned approach brings light, openness, and a sense of dignity to the house.
Lime plaster keeps the walls cool and durable. When smoothed correctly, it gives the house a clean finish with traditional character. A layered facade creates a modern form. Shading slats reduce heat while still allowing soft daylight to pass.
The roof frame is locked with beams and tensioned ropes. Stability is essential to withstand wind and rain on the hillside.
The extended roof edge shields the house from sun and rain. Clay tiles bring a traditional feel while the form remains modern.
The center of the house must remain open. The inner courtyard is the house's breathing space, and no load is ever placed there. Natural stone flooring stays cool and lasts long. Precise joints keep the surface beautiful and easy to maintain. The inner courtyard becomes the focal point. Handcrafted pattern tiles bring a distinctly Indian character.
The pattern must stay balanced. Even a slight misplacement can distort the circle, so every tile is adjusted until it is truly round.
Decoration is shaped directly into wet plaster. Lotus and geometric forms bring tradition onto a modern architectural base.
Indian colors emerge: earth red, turmeric yellow, and a light cream base. Accents are used sparingly to keep the house vibrant yet modern.
Color control is the final facade step. Every surface must be clean, even, and accented in the right proportion. The door is simple, but precision matters. Smooth movement confirms the frame is square and the floor is level.
The deep balcony provides shade and views. A perforated railing keeps it safe while maintaining a continuous jolly character.
The corridor around the courtyard is essential. It connects every space and guides airflow in a continuous loop.
The kitchen must vent smoke efficiently. Testing airflow on site allows adjustments before the house is fully finished.
The prayer room is completed with simplicity and respect. Clean, open, and correctly oriented. These are what matter most. Open planning makes the house feel larger and allows air to move freely. Low partitions define zones without blocking light.
Interior walls must be smooth and bright to reflect natural light. Lime plaster is finished carefully so the walls stay clean and cool.
The stone floors are washed to reveal their natural grain. Proper cleaning leaves them polished without becoming slippery.
Checking straight lines is checking quality. Straight edges, true slats, and aligned railings give the house both strength and refinement.
The west side receives stronger afternoon heat. Additional slats reduce harsh sunlight while still allowing airflow.
The front yard defines the first impression. Gravel and stone give clear structure, while shrubs soften the space and bring coolness.
Proper drainage defines the life of the house. Testing with real water allows slopes to be corrected to the right standard.
Finishing means cleanliness. The clearer the colors, the stronger the facade appears, and the more refined the house feels.
And here's interiors remain minimal to honor the architecture. Few elements, coarse textiles. The house entry ritual begins by cooking the first pot of milk and rice. Fire is lit to clear.
When the doors open, the house begins to breathe. Air moves through, smoke exits cleanly, and light fills the inner courtyard. A final walkthrough, moving exactly as one would live. Smooth steps confirm the layout, floors, and paths are truly right.
Small details define quality. Rugs must stay clean.
From the outside, the house clearly shews its character. Modern in form, yet deeply Indian through the veranda, shading slats, and jali.
The overall composition is balanced. Roof, balcony, courtyard, and pathways align as a single, complete design.
These facade layers create depth. Slats and jali are not only visual elements, they form a system for shade and ventilation. From the balcony, the courtyard becomes the center of light. Jali shadows drift across the floor, creating a character all their own.
The Brahmastan stays empty, the courtyard remains bright, and the surrounding tight corridor door allows air to flow.
A simple cleaning lets light do the rest. The jali patterns become sharp, bringing a sense of coolness and calm.
Thick walls and small openings reduce heat. With jali and corridors, air still moves gently and evenly through the house.
The yard edge is defined with white gravel. A single clean line brings order and elevates the entire composition.
The deep veranda frames the landscape like a living painting. The house blends into nature while keeping a strong, modern form.
After every step is complete, this is the moment to look back. A house is not only for living. When space is returned to the architecture, consistency becomes clear. The empty center, layered shade, and airflow moving through the house.
An Indian home stands complete, square, well ventilated, filled with light, and respectful of rich.
Fierce flames, but about steady heat. The more even the fire.
Today, we follow a very special kitchen team in the rural Indian countryside. 5 to 7 macaca.
Here we see the intricate bamboo water system at work. The macaques carefully scrub the goat meat.
Without skin, aroma is still possible. A fast surface sear releases straw and fire notes, and the process moves immediately to odor neutralization.
The first marinade is the foundation of the Indian method. Yogurt, ginger, garlic, lemon, and turmeric remove. The second spice layer must be thick and deep, pressed into the cuts and into the bone cavities. So during village-style roasting needs no machinery, only a charcoal pit, a solid spit, and patience. Roasting 3 at the same time is the real test. The fire must stay even, the rotation speed must remain. Roasting a whole goat is not about fierce flames, but about steady heat. The more even the fire,
This smoke is the true fingerprint of the Indian style. Ghee meeting glowing charcoal, cumin added, then sealed inside. While the goats roast slowly, the accompaniments must be ready. Fragrant long-grain basmati rice and cool raita.
The finished result is true village style. Browned on the outside, tender and separable inside. Spices driven.
At last, 3 whole roasted goats are finished in true Indian village style. And now, the reward is simple.